Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube and the world. Welcome back to another Minger Show video. And today, guys, I waited until I wanted to do this review because at the time I was really busy. I didn't get a chance to go see it in the theaters. But Disney just released it early on their platform on Disney Plus, so it only took them like a few weeks actually when the actual movie came out, like a few weeks ago. And yes, I'm talking about Lightyear. So I'm actually gonna watch Lightyear and see what's gonna be about. But before I continue on, if you guys are new, just go to the Minger Show. You don't know exactly what I normally do, or if you guys are just returning subscribers, you know exactly what I do. But so here's what I do for the new viewers out here. I just don't do reviews for movies on Disney Plus, Netflix. I want to go see movies in theaters. And sometimes I do trailer reactions, theater videos, gaming videos, and unboxing videos, which I haven't done any of those in a very long time. So just stay tuned for those future videos because I am thinking about a good theory for X-Men at one point. Just stay tuned for that big video. And yeah, so today I'll be doing a review for Lightyear that came out not even like a few weeks ago. So I am going to see what I like about it, and I'll share my general thoughts. And after it's over, I will give you what I think about the movie. And yeah, so it's an hour and 48 minutes. I'll see you guys a little soon. And I know I'm sorry I took a little bit long while to do a review for this because like I said, I've been busy from work lately, and it was just been. It's been hectic this summer because it's been hot and and 2 weeks ago when we had that big massive heat wave here in Canada, I was trying my best to do a video, but it was just so damn hot. I couldn't do a video. So I'm sorry guys if you guys were expecting me to do a video 2 weeks ago on a Sunday. Well, like I said, I was going to do a video on that day, and I didn't because it was during that hot weather time, and I did not have the energy to do one. So I'm sorry guys, but I'm going to try to do a lot more videos as I possibly can soon because it's slowly trying to die down with the weather. But I heard it's slowly become to have more hot weather soon. So I'll try to do my best to do videos for you guys. So for further ado guys, I'll get you guys a little soon. Hey guys, so I am officially back. So I have fully watched Lightyear, and here are my general thoughts. So don't get me wrong, if there's gonna be a lot of things to talk about this film, and I bet like a lot of people like had their good reviews, and some people had their bad reviews for it. And I want to say first off is that the main actor who portrayed Buzz Lightyear back in the Toy Story movies was Tim Allen, and he actually said that he actually wanted to go to the Disney and Pixar and it's like, hey, I'm actually interested in playing the voice of Lightyear because apparently he saw it and apparently he didn't like the fact that they chose some other actor to play as Buzz Lightyear, being Chris Evans, and he was very distraught that he didn't get asked to come back and play the voice of Buzz Lightyear. It's like, why is that? It's like, why can't they bring back? It's like, well, You did it back in the 90s when the first movie came out, and we figured that maybe they probably figured like, oh, you're probably way too old now to play the role, so we're gonna give it to somebody far younger. So I don't know what the dealio with that part is, but I just want to get off of my chest. So yeah, so apparently Tim Allen's not really impressed that he didn't get asked to come back to play the voice of Buzz Lightyear. But I guess they had their doubts about, who they wanted to choose. And I guess Chris Evans was the best choice if they think they should have played the role of Buzz Lightyear. And I think Chris Evans actually really liked doing this movie when he was doing the voice acting for Buzz. But anywho, guys, for the entire film, I really did actually seem to like it. I mean, it was pretty interesting at the beginning. Like how Buzz and his so-called best friend Hawthorne, basically it's the Space Command, and they're trying to they end up going to this planet to figure out what's going on, and it's been inhabited by some sort of alien creatures with controlling vines, and they were trying to escape. But Buzz was flying the Federation ship, kind of looked like a Trade Federation ship from Star Wars. So I was just like, wait, that looks kind of familiar. But yes, so basically, he was trying to fly the Space Command shuttle to get off the planet because all these vines were in the beginning of the movie were trying to like pull down the freaking like super ship down to the ground. So there's this thing called the basically like a hyper crystal, like a hyperspeed crystal, in order to like fly across space. But Buzz wasn't really liking the autopilot in the thing, and he ended up crashing the entire Federation onto the planet, and it's basically kind of like somewhat his fault. So the entire movie, his main mission is trying to recreate the freaking the hypercore crystal in order to like speed through freaking space so they can go back home to Earth. But in the entire process, making these crystals on the materials they have on this planet, it's unstable, and you're trying to find more and more details like how to make the best like hypercore crystal in order for them to get back home. But during the process, Buzz finds out that every time he jumps through space trying to do these like mission tests to make sure to see if he can go through like hyperspace, but ends up failing. But the only problem with that, he goes further in time by every 4 years. Every 4 years. So during that process of all the many times he's been doing it, trying to recreate the crystal, like hypercore crystal, making sure they can get the right formula so they can go through speed through space. But every time he attempts to do it all the time, he continues to go further and further and further ahead of time. And then his friend Hawthorne, apparently, sooner or later she becomes really old, and she has actually it was kind of interesting. Hawthorne, his so-called, I guess, best friend or something like that. Basically, they incorporated the LBKQ community in this movie, and Hawthorne actually got married to a woman and had a child, basically, kind of thing. It's just like, oh, so they incorporated the gay, you guys know what I mean. So they incubated that into this movie, and they both had a child. And during the process of this little montage of him going further ahead in time, they have a child and they have a son. And every time he goes further and further with these missions, trying to complete the mission trial thing. And you can see the son growing up to be a full man, and then in the last part it shows a banner for 40-year anniversary, and he's like a kid. I think he's going to like college or something, because the entire like Space Command area on this planet they're on, they keep on expanding the horizons around them, making a society of a city. So just like make it hard for them to like trying to get off the planet, because Buzz is still trying to see that his mission, try to find the right formula to make a proper hypercore. But then he has this like sweet, cute little companion called Socks. It's like a cat. So we saw it in the trailer, right? So apparently he told Socks to try to find a proper formula. So it took him many years to figure out. How many years did it say Socks it took him? It took him, what was it? I think he took him 60 years, a couple months and something days to figure out the proper formula with the right Space Core formula, and he was actually able to figure it out. And fair enough, holy crap, he went further in time, to the point that Hawthorne was an old lady, but she actually died by leaving Buzz a little hologram, and then but before that, it was before he went to do that with one last test, and then this one other dude took over command of the Space Rangers, and he told Buzz to stop doing what he was doing, and then Buzz wanted to do what he wanted to do and finish the job, but by stealing one of the ships to go to do the last test, and he was able to succeed. And then yeah, then the film proceeds more, and then he ends up finding her Hawthorne's great granddaughter Izzy, and it's like, oh, you're Hawthorne's granddaughter. And he's like, yeah. But so he slowly goes a relationship with her granddaughter and these two other companions that they go along with, and eventually throughout the entire movie they're trying to like figure out how to destroy this Zerg ship that's in up in space. Apparently, it got there like a week ago, and and Zerg is trying to figure out a way to like breach the laser shield that one dude that runs Space Command, and that created the fucking shield in the first place. And yeah, so they made it a plan to go to the Zerg ship, destroy it, and take the core that he created to Space Command so they can leave off the planet. But during the process, he decided to destroy it at the very end because he found out that the person who was Zerg is actually himself 50 something years later in the future, but he was able to go back in time to find Buzz, get to the planet before the personnel were able to get him. And yeah, I was not expecting Zerg to be a future Buzz himself. Just a fair warning, that's a spoiler because this movie's been out for a good a few weeks now. So so you guys probably know all the spoilers already. But I was kind of surprised. I was like, holy crap, I was not expecting that. But apparently when future Buzz created the robots, the only thing they could say was Zerg, so he just stuck with the name. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, and man, there were some intense fighting scenes between him and the actual Buzz, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty interesting. But then yeah, so in the very end, he's trying to take the core to Space Command so they can try to get off the planet. But during the process, he had no choice to destroy the core when Zerg had it in its hands in space by shooting at it, and it yeah. So not a lot to say about this movie. There was a couple cool there were some moments where I did hear Buzz say some of his iconic lines, like in Toy Story. The only one I remember was at the very end. Is like saying, "Not today, Zerg." There was another one early on in the movie, but I can't remember what it was now. But I think a lot of people already mentioned it. But yeah, there's some few Easter eggs that from the previous Toy Story movies that Buzz has said for quotes for him being a toy. They incorporated that into the movies, which was kind of interesting. So I liked it. It was pretty interesting, but I still don't like the fact that they didn't go and ask Tim Allen to come back and says hey, would you like to do the voice of Buzz Lightyear? But I guess they did. They wanted to go for a younger actor who wanted to play Buzz Lightyear, meaning Chris Evans. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I think Chris Evans did a good job. I guess they want to go for a younger feel for Buzz Lightyear, and I totally get that. But it's just that's what social media is, and I guess it was just their choices. But so for the rating for the movie, I think I'm just gonna give it a spot on. I thought about this for a little while now, and I think I'm probably just gonna give it I'll give it a 3.8 out of 5. I think that really sums it down for the movie, and I think I just want to put it right in the middle of the rating, and just I like the animation, I love the visuals. There was quite a bit of action here and there, and I really liked it how Buzz was interacting and comforting a similar relationship, not relationship, but friendship bond between Hawthorne's granddaughter. So they make a plan to go and destroy the Zerg ship. And during the process, Buzz learns to work as a team instead of going solo all the time. And we got to see a better version of Buzz himself, because in Toy Story. He always mentioned that he wouldn't do things solo. So I'm glad they were able to like throw something better in this movie. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I liked it. And I really like socks. Socks is a very cute thing. I think there's gonna be a lot of merchandise out there of socks. So I think there really is too. So I'm like, I haven't been to Disneyland since 2001, so it's kind of hard to go to Disneyland and go get myself a merchandise of socks. They're so cute. But yeah, so either way, there is apparently 2 post-credit scene-ish in the credits. There's one in the beginning after it does that little short animation credit thing, and then there's something in the there's actually technically 3. 1 in the beginning, 2 at the end. Somewhat, yes. Because there's, you guys probably know already, but there's one where it shows the robot that was, telling Buzz and a few others how to get to the route to the supply, to something storage area where they get able to find another ship. And then it shows another clip in space where it shows Zurg, like somewhat like floating in space after being like exploded by that reactor core, super core, like hypercore thing that Buzz created, and his eyes lit up red, and it's like, oh yeah, he's still alive. So at the very end of the movie, that one dude that took over Space Command asked Buzz if he can reactivate the Lightyear program, and he asked if he wanted to choose like any of the personnel he had behind him to train to be as part of his team, but instead he chose Izzy and her 2 friends to do this program to protect the system that they're on from undivided unindividual like aliens out inside in space. So basically now they're going to be protectors of space. So that's probably what they're trying to go with the future of Lightyear, as like how, because I remember I watched a little bit of the TV series back when I was a kid that, the actually are just like protectors of space and making sure that their space command is protected from villainous foes from out in outer space. So I guess they're trying to like go in that general direction at the very end of this movie to make this program where they want to protect their system. So it's kind of a weird plan to be able to do it though, but okay. Yeah, so that's my review, guys. So hope you guys enjoy it, and there might be another Lightyear. That's just how it looked at the very end. Yeah. So catch you guys next time, and keep an eye out for bonus videos because I'm going to be doing some more soon, and don't know when that will be yet, but just keep a lookout by hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you guys get notified when I do post. So whatever you guys in the world, good night and good afternoon.